Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, we're going to be talking about something that I feel personally that I have struggled with a lot and still do. And that is that I'm constantly convincing myself that if I just achieve this, if I just reach this goal, if I just figure this thing out within myself, I will feel more complete. I will feel more happy. I will feel that I have achieved success. Now, for many of us on this spiritual journey or personal growth journey or just life in general, we kind of idealize this enlightenment. We idealize getting to that end point where we can say that we're finished, that we have sorted everything out, that we are good now, and that we've removed all of the baggage and all of the bad things that we see in ourselves. But in today's video, I'm going to share with you that this isn't entirely an illusion. I'm going to share with you how you can actually become more grateful for what you have instead of constantly depending on something occurring in the future. I know myself, and I see it everywhere around the world, that pretty much people depend on something in the future for their happiness now. And this is a huge, huge problem. For example, with my meditation practice, I have constantly been telling myself, one day you will arrive at a place through meditation where your mind is completely empty, that you have achieved internal stillness and peace. And maybe that will occur at some point in my life. But I think that I cannot become consumed by reaching that point. And this happens with a lot of things. This happens with me doing this YouTube channel. This happens with pretty much anything that anyone does. I feel is pretty much grounded in, I hope that I get some future outcome of this because maybe then I'll be happy. So, for example, if you have just graduated from college and you are getting that first job right out of college, you're probably telling yourself that maybe this isn't the perfect job that I would like to be in. Maybe, I would prefer to be doing something else. And you've convinced yourself that this current job is just a means to an end. It's going to get you somewhere in the future. And maybe 10 years down the line, when you finally have that job that you really, really wanted, then you'll be happy. Then you'll be grateful. And then you'll find that inner peace that you've always been searching for. But the fact of the matter is that point will never occur because your mind is conditioned to always seek something in the future. So let's say you do get that great job 10 years down the line. You'll just replace that need, that desire, and that wanting with something else. Something else in your life won't be quite up to par. Something you'll need more of. And you'll just replace that need and wanting that was originally with your job onto something different. And I'm going to share with you right now how I am becoming better at not focusing on that kind of thing. Now, don't get me wrong. I still have goals. I still have aspirations. I'm still trying to get places. But what I'm trying to be very careful about is being honest with myself in that what I'm doing right now to get somewhere in the future isn't because I don't feel happy right now. It's not because I'm hoping that what I'm doing and working on right now will provide me happiness in the future. I have a job right now where, it's a great job, quite honestly. And a lot of people probably would look at my job and be like, wow, he's made it. He's successful. And that's true. I really am, and I'm so grateful for what I have. Is it my long-term ideal job or career? I don't know yet. To be honest. Parts of me think no, parts of me aren't really sure yet. But what I do know is that what I have, I need to be grateful for. What I have provides me with what I need, and I need to be more appreciative and grateful for what I currently have. And this is how you become actually grateful. Because a lot of us sit there and we're like, oh, every morning I'm going to tell myself what I'm appreciative of or what I'm grateful of. And that's not lasting. By the second you finished with saying, I'm grateful for this, you moved on to the next task in your day, you've completely forgotten, and it wasn't actually like a permanent effect. The permanent solution to this problem is to be grounded in the present moment. And I know this might sound a little esoteric, but the present moment is truly the only place ever that you will feel truly fulfilled and truly have abundance. Because if we are always searching in the external world for something that provides us with happiness, something that provides us with peace and appreciation and love, we'll never arrive. We will never get that. Maybe life will improve, maybe its life circumstances will, over life improve, but you will never achieve what you're searching for through that process. The only way to achieve that authentic gratefulness and appreciation for what you have is to dive right into the present moment. Now you might be asking yourself, how do I access the present moment? My mind's constantly being pulled in all these different directions, and I have so many things to do in the day. How can I be truly in the present moment? And there's really no easy answer for this. I truly think that meditation is the most impactful for this. I think that learning how to let go of your feelings is also super helpful. Both of those techniques, I have videos, and I'll have links in the description if you're curious about the letting go technique and getting better at meditation. But something that you can actively do right now in your day-to-day life is to, every time you think about you should be present, number one, you're most likely not present because you're thinking. But the way that you can become present is to focus on your body. Focus on how your body feels. Become present with it, and don't analyze the body. Don't analyze the way that it feels, but just recognize. Place your awareness and attention inward onto who you are. I know a lot of us have a difficulty with placing our attention on our breath or our body or really anything at all. But that is how you access the present moment. You access the present moment by placing your awareness and attention fully on what it is that you are engaging with. And it's really a lot easier than a lot of people think. But the problem is that being present sometimes makes you slower at what you're doing. So let's say you hate doing the dishes. It's just a terrible activity and you just abhor it. Try doing the dishes by being hyper aware of what you're doing. Slowly scrub the dish, slowly rinse and wash it. It is amazing, I promise you, it is amazing what you can take mundane tasks, and by becoming present, you can make these mundane tasks just so much more enjoyable. You can find a sense of beauty in things that you've never seen before. And once that light switch starts to turn on, it turns on all over the place in your life. You can start bringing that present moment awareness to everything that you do. And don't place the expectation that you'll be overnight present of absolutely everything you're doing. But slow down. Become incredibly aware and attentive of what you are doing. Become aware and grateful of what you have. And I know that we've kind of talked about a couple different things in this video, but the point I'm trying to make here is that you'll never achieve internal happiness and love by seeking outside gratification. You only achieve that inner stillness and contentment by being truly grateful for what it is you have right now. And the only way to do that is to enter the now, the present moment. How do you enter the present moment? You be very conscious and aware of what you're doing. If you're reading a book, don't just read the book because you think you need to accomplish a certain amount of reading in the day, or you're just jamming through it because you're excited about what the next page brings. Be very conscious about your reading. Be very conscious about the things you're doing, and you will arrive at inner stillness and inner peace. It's a direct byproduct. In fact, the more our mind is being fueled by all these thoughts and fears and feelings all the time, the more we are separated from who we really are. We identify with our mind, we identify with our thoughts, we identify with who we think we are through analytical reasoning. But at the end of the day, all of that is incorrect. And who you truly are, you don't need anything else. You don't need outside external things to feel whole internally. And by accessing the present now, you can access that more and more and more. You can become more grateful and more appreciative, and not just convincing yourself using mental thinking. You can be truly appreciative for what you have. I hope today's video meets those of you who needed to hear this. I know myself I could use watching this video many times because I am a victim of the same thing I'm talking about here. So don't beat yourself up if you guys are always lost in thought and always convincing yourself that you need to do something to become more happy. We all do it. And what's most important is that you recognize that that's a trend. Recognize that that's a mental habit. And try to do something about that. And it's very simple. Dive into the present moment. If you're interested in learning about the techniques I mentioned, remember the links down below for meditation and how to let go. And I think that those have really helped in my life allow me to enter the present moment more frequently for longer durations and have a lasting inner deep stillness. As always, I appreciate you tuning in, and stay safe out there with this whole COVID epidemic. Love you all, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.